notice that the light is not some sort of pure force for good. We then see Illyria, a friendly character, embrace the void as a tool, being able to use it supposedly for good. Now, this once again makes these forces sort of look like sides of a coin, perhaps with the void side of things maybe just being inherently super addictive. Almost like it's sort of like a souped up force with a light and a dark side. Do remember that adherence to the light, it does not mean that someone is good. After all, the light could be fully wielded by the Scarlet Crusade, and they use the light to commit atrocities. So again, it definitely is morally dubious. Now, speaking of the old lore, it is worth mentioning that the old stuff will need to be taken with a grain of salt. Much of the Void lore from the Burning Crusade, and perhaps our thoughts of the Naru from back then, they do need to be called into question. They've already, sort of sneaked around like Illidan's handling in that expansion, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see Blizzard's idea of light and the void vary from the Burning Crusade days. After all, during the Burning Crusade, the entire cosmic picture of Warcraft was very different from what it is today, or at least just wasn't at all fleshed out. So now that everything that you thought was true has been messed with, let's talk about characters. Illyria Windrunner was perhaps the most